Okay, so hopefully you've got this in place and you've got this there. Now, obviously you can see there's different things which we now need to edit. We've got like a black background, which we don't want. And also, in terms of our menu, we could leave it there, but I like it over here. So I'm going to show you how to change that. And also, when it gets smaller, you can see that we don't get our options anymore. Okay, so we need to kind of adapt this bit of coding so it works on all devices. So the first thing that I'm going to ask you to do is if you go to the style sheet, okay, this is the second page you made, and you go all the way down. This is all the stuff we've just copied in. And under this media screen here, it says display. Under where it says first child, what I need you to do is change this from none to grid. Okay, now watch what happens. That's just basically allows us now to be able to see, if we go back to this one, okay, so it's still kept it there, but what we're doing here now is it allows these to be still seen, okay, when it's a smaller device. So that's something we needed to have done. Also, if we go into our top nav, which is our sort of that's the sort of the that's this bit here. If you click on this, right click and go to quick edit, it jumps you into the style sheet straight away. And you can see the background color here is that black color. Now, I don't want that. What I want to do is I want to change it to the same color as my background. So I've changed that to lime. Now, if we go back, you can see now that my sort of background of that navigation bar has now changed to a line. Okay. Now, obviously, I've got this other content here where I can see it, but it's clashing a bit with the background there. So we need to kind of adapt that at some point. The other thing I'm going to do as well is on here, I'm going to what's called float it. Now, float means it's just going to move around. So I can either on the left, you can see that navigation bar starts on the left at the moment, but I'm going to move it to the right. Okay, so if I float it to the right, um, let's see what happens. Okay, so now you can see it's over here. Okay, it used to be over here. Okay, and for me, that's kind of working all right. Okay, we've got sort of these look a bit too long at the moment, but we can adapt that in a moment. We can see here we've got our menu bar over here on the right hand side. Okay, so um, this is where you have to sort of then start looking through this stuff. Okay, so what we've got here, we've got our sort of background colors and drop down content and style and everything. Okay, which um, our drop down content, if we sort of go back to here, we look at this here, when we open it up, you can see that it's got this kind of whitish background. So what we're going to do is I'm going to change, we can start going to our style sheet and we can adapt it. Now this is where it allows you to be helping out and sort of doing your own stuff. So um, we can change the color of some of the content as well. Um, So the active color is white, okay, so that's our background. So again, it's just sort of checking through this stuff and saying, can I understand this? Okay, so you can see I've got my drop down buttons there, that is white. So I'm going to change that to black. Let's see what happens there. And this is my style of a drop down button. I've always got to go back to my HTML, the source from there. And there we go. It's changed that to black where it was white before, so I can now see that. Okay. So what I'd like you to do first is to try and sort of adapt what I've just shown you. Okay, and then what we can do is you can have a look in there and you can have a look. So you can see there the active color on there is green, and so again that's the background color. So we can't, we can't see that at the moment, but hopefully when you're working through this stuff, you'll be able to sort of understand some of this stuff. All right, you'll be able to understand what these things mean, and this is just by your trial and error. Okay, so see if you can get that working, and you've got at least you've got a drop down option with you've got your kind of menu to the right hand side there. Obviously, if you wanted to leave it to the left, that's fine. But the nice thing about this now is that hopefully when we roll it in, okay, you can see that we've got that drop down menu and it still works on a smaller device. Okay, I might get rid of this as well in time, but we're just kind of getting the functionality at the moment. Okay, have a go at doing that.